Hello world, welcome or welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It's Saturday, August 31st, 2019, and I'm here today with a quick R. Kelly update. This comes from attorney Steve Greenberg's favorite telephone line, the Chicago Sun-Times. The byline is from reporter Michael Sneed via Steve Greenberg, from what I can tell. So any issues with what I'm saying today, please take it up with them and not me, because I'm just the messenger. An article was published today, and it goes a little something like this. R. Kelly girlfriends moving out of Trump Tower condo, and singer hopes to join them. The lease is ending, and Joycelyn Savage and Azriel Clary are looking for new digs. R. Kelly's lawyer says he will ask the judge to lower his bond next week so he can get out of jail. It continues, pull up a van, it's moving time for R. Kelly, and apparently his two girlfriends, Joycelyn Savage, 23, and Azriel Clary, 21, who have been living with the R&B singer at his leased condo at Trump Tower until his arrest in July, are now looking for new digs. They're looking to be moved, Kelly's attorney Steve Greenberg said. They're not being evicted. I believe their condo lease is paid up for August and perhaps September. The landlord has been great. Sneed has also told Greenberg, who tentatively plans to ask a judge to reconsider Kelly's bond and ask for Kelly's release at a status hearing next week, tells Sneed, my client would live wherever his two girlfriends plan to relocate, and they're looking for a place in Chicago. They all plan to live together. Sneed also is told Kelly is expected to be moved into the Metropolitan Correctional Center's general population next week. Kelly has been held in the Special Housing Unit, SHU for short, a section for at-risk prisoners at the MCC, which is under the auspices of Federal Bureau of Prisons. Last Monday, Greenberg had filed a request for Kelly's release from SHU because he was being subjected to cruel and unusual punishment, in part because of his celebrity status. The feds responded Kelly was not considered to be in solitary confinement because he at one time had a cellmate. My client is not a flight risk or a danger to the community, and the allegations are old. The only reason he is in custody is because he is a high-profile case, Greenberg said. Kelly faces a combined 18 counts in federal indictments in Chicago and Brooklyn, which could result in prison for 195 years for the Chicago case alone. In Chicago, the singer faces 13 counts, including child pornography, enticing a minor into illegal sexual activity, and a conspiracy to obstruct justice. Okay, so let's look at this. He starts off by saying, and Greenberg is who I mean, they are looking to be moved, speaking of Azriel and Joycelyn. That's different from they are looking to move. If they are looking to be moved, that means somebody else is in charge. Who are they looking to move them? I saw some stuff on Twitter saying R. Kelly is moving them, but I doubt that. Greenberg does state that they aren't being evicted, but that the lease is ending in August or perhaps September, which is tomorrow, actually. Like he's unsure. And we did have an earlier report, what was this, about a month ago or so, that the lease was paid up until December and that they're good to stay until then. So now we're getting this contradicting that story, saying either August or September. So that means basically that they're on their way out of there. They probably are getting evicted with all that's going on. I'm sure the owner is looking, or the landlord or whatever is looking at this like, okay, well, he's in jail and no money is coming in. You know what I'm saying? So even beyond that lease, what are we doing? I'm pretty sure he has it in his right to end the lease early for something such as being in jail with no sight to being released. So why is Greenberg making this stuff public? What is his agenda? That's the question. He goes on to say that he tentatively plans to ask the judge to reconsider bond at next week's status hearing. And what does he have to substantiate that, is my question. And there's a status hearing next week, so we would maybe be getting a glimpse of R. Kelly. I believe this is the hearing for the state charges in Chicago, and which is going to be on camera. I saw some comments saying R. Kelly refused transport to court previously because he didn't want us to see him in the state that he's in without his hair dye and having lost weight, etc., etc. Still very conscious of his appearance. And I don't believe he refused transport, because I don't believe that a prisoner has right to do so. But I wouldn't doubt that these thoughts are going through his head. Maybe that's why he wants to get out of solitary, so he can hook up with somebody who can dye his hair. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they have a whole network of stylists and somebody to do your nails and feet, get you all ready for your visits. You know, his commissary's on stack, so I'm sure he can pay them. But enough of that. Again, Greenberg is very unsure, using words like tentatively, perhaps, expected. He's clearly speaking out of turn. No facts, only opinion. What is his goal by putting these stories out? Is he trying to get sympathy from the judge? I've seen this in the comments. There's a lot of speculation as to why he would want to be going to general population, which according to this article is going to happen next week. And why would he want to have these headlines out there with, you know, moving out of Trump Tower? It's just very much confusing. What Greenberg does seem to be sure about is that R. Kelly is not a flight risk or a danger to the community, and that the allegations are owed. He sounds dumb as hell to say these things blanketly out of all the charges stacked against him, some of which accuse him of coercing the outcome of the 2008 trial. If nothing else, he should be locked up just for that. Not to downplay the other charges, I'm just saying, it doesn't look like he'll be getting out at all. Despite what Greenberg continues to say, he's sticking to the same script, no matter what he's given, what information, you know, the prosecutors have downloaded to him. He's going to continue to say he doesn't know anything about this, and he's sticking to this is old, which he sounds uninformed at the least. They're crying for him to get out on house arrest without acknowledging that most of his crimes occurred at his residences. I'm convinced that a lot of these fans and supporters have no clue about what his actual charges are. Y'all need to go read those indictments. They're public record and they're real. The article ends with a summary of charges and the time he's facing. And I think it's important to acknowledge and to think about the fact that if there ever are going to be trials or a trial for these crimes, that we're really looking at jurors to find him guilty. And we don't know who's going to end up on these juries. So I think that it's important to, you know, acknowledge the judge is not even the one who's going to be making these decisions when it comes to the conviction. And hopefully the trial selections will be successful, unlike the last time. Now, I'm supposed to be on a little mini vacation, but they keep dropping these little tidbits here and there. So, you know, I can't really help but go ahead and share with you guys. I've been doing this since January, so I'm not going to let up now. And, you know, it's an interesting ride. I'm glad you're here with me to pick this apart and just watch the whole thing unfold. I hope you're all enjoying this Labor Day weekend, and I'm out. Oh, but before I go, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know you were here. And as a reminder, I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. The info will be in the description. Thank you as always. Till next time. Peace.